Hey Model Railroaders, I wanted to do this for a little while and I haven't done anything on it. A little while ago when people were talking about flooding and all that kind of stuff in their basements and claims for insurance and all that kind of stuff, I just wanted to kind of show you something that I've been doing. Want you to pay attention to this little icon I have on my iPad. I also have this on my phone. It's called Model Inventory by Woodland Scenics. And I wanted to show you this because it's really kind of cool. So you can get the app online. You go ahead and register using your email address, okay, which is kind of neat. And then you get, when you get onto your home page, you get two different categories. You get View Items or View Categories. So let's go to View Items. When you go to View Items, it will give you a list of everything that you have put in here, okay? Now, I was able to go through and do an entire inventory of everything that I had because I had to clean up my hobby room one time and change out all my boxes and things like that. We'll go over some of the things that are on here real quick, okay? So that's everything pretty much that I have in my inventory for my trains. The other thing that you can do, we'll go back. You can also do sorts on there and stuff like that, is view categories. Now here, you can go ahead and put in your own categories of exactly what it is that you're looking for, right? So I have, because I have some model aircraft and all that, I have aircraft and automobiles and businesses. You can see I've got cargo, construction tractors, farm. This is what works for me. Houses and industry, miscellaneous buildings or municipal buildings and all that kind of stuff. And the cool thing is, I just hit miscellaneous, I just hit municipal buildings, and you can see here that I have a list of all of my buildings that I have, whether they're built up or not. I've got them here, right? So I've got the UPS office, a city power station, a Clarksville station, fire departments, a pump house, subway entrances. So these are all things that basically the city owns. And it lets me know what I have for a city, what I need for a city. Like one of the things you can see here, I don't have anything for a police station. All right. Now, at the same time, you can go into this other one that I have here, which is called rolling stock. Rolling stock is all of my different rolling stock that I have on my layout. And again, there are so many different ways that you could do this. You could set up a category that says tank cars, a category that says auto racks, a category that says steam power, or anything like that. Okay, one of the other categories that I have, I'll show you guys, which is really kind of nice. I have train engines, right? So this is a list of all my motorized train engines. You can see up here at the very top, my American Crane is sitting in there, right? So I bought that. My GPs, all the GPs that I have. I even have a Thomas the Tank that's down there, and you guys can't see the bottom of this, but there's my Trackmobile, okay? So you can set it up any way you want to, however you want to. You could set it up as Burlington Northern. You could set it up as Union Pacific or whatever. They're your categories, and you can do what you want with them. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you what we got in here. All right, so, and it's really kind of cool if you go to the app because it'll show you all of it. So again, we go to, we'll go here to rolling stock. And I'm going to pick my second one, which is a 16K tank car UTX corn products. All right. Now you can see here that it gives you a real quick thing, right? It just tells you what your description is that you put in there, and it gives you a quick price and quantity. So you can put in whatever types of quantities that you want, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So my tank car. Here is my 16K tank car. All right, now there's a few things that I do with this. One of the things that it allows you to do, which is really kind of nice for insurance companies, it allows you to put in a photo. Okay, understand this is a database and it's going to be all backed up, which is kind of really cool in a sense. So then when you get down here, you can see here, you can either make the picture on whatever device you're using. A lot of times I use this on the phone because it's easier. But you can put in the name. You put in the item code from the manufacturer, what category you want to put it in, what your scales are, how much you paid for it, when you bought it, the quantity of it that you have, what is the brand, and then you've got a location. So this can tell you, you can say where it is either on your train layout or if it's in storage or something like that. You can put in there a different location as to where it's at. Maybe it's at the club layout instead of out in Sparky's barn or whatever, his shed that he's got. You know, you can enter a description, which is anything that you want to put in there. A lent to, it has, so if you do lend out your vehicle, your stuff to people and all that kind of stuff, you can see who you lent it to. And then it's got a whole section down here for notes. Okay, this one, it's kind of funny because normally in this description section I have the actual car number. Okay, so that's what's kind of nice. And one of the things is once you have your categories, if you go to the top, you can see here that they've got a section called new item. And you can also search. So the search is kind of cool because you can come over here and say, so for me, I'm going to put in auto, right? So if I put in auto and hit search, it will tell me all of the auto racks, everything that starts with auto that I have underneath this category. So you can see here I've got an articulated auto carrier, Burlington Northern, another multi-max Gunderson. So Burlington Northern, that's the auto rack. The Atlas ones that I've already put in, and you see I've got a Santa Fe auto rack, which I've got like a quantity of 3 of those, and then some more auto racks. So this is all of my auto racks that I have, plus one which doesn't count. I've got to get rid of that, and I'll show you how to do that too. Okay, really, really nice app, and again, it's a free download as an app. So all you got to do is go to the App Store for it. But the other nice thing that you can do is you can come in here and you click new item. So you guys know, if you were watching, I just got new items. This is one of them, right? My Scale Trains Operator Series Norfolk Southern Gunderson car. All right? So there's a few limitations to this that I don't like about it, that makes it a little bit harder. One is you can't copy previous records and then just go make a new one. So you have to make a new record every time. That gets a little tedious. So here we're going to go ahead and put in the name. Right, this is on my iPad. So auto rack. I'm going to put in Gunderson and Norfolk Southern. Right. Did not like Gunderson. We're just going to leave it because sometimes, you know, it doesn't work. Item code. Now, there's a couple of ways I could do the item code. I could put in an item code that says see below, so I could put all of these in as one, because I could put down 2 auto racks and then give them 2 different item codes, right? Which is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to say see description. Why? Because I got 2 of these. I don't want to make in 2 separate entries. So I'm just going to put in 1. So you see here, categories, you can select whatever category you designated it to be. Okay, and description spelled wrong. It's nice, it's got a spell check on it, so you can do things like spell check correct. Okay. Select a scale. So when you get to select a scale, you just come up and you'll see that it's got all of the different scales that come up. and you just pick one. This is one of the things that I don't like. You can't just set it and forget it. You have to keep changing the scale, okay? The price on these, even though from Otter, I got these directly, these are operator series, so they are $43 a piece, okay? You can see that you've got the date field and the quantity. I am going to put in 2. This is going to be scale trains. It does recognize places after a while. I don't put in the location because it's either in storage or it's on my layout. And in this case, just for niceness, I'm going to put storage. And I think I'm going to start doing that and putting in, like, numbering my boxes or something like that so I know where these actually are at. So in my description, I am going to put in NS and it's going to be TTGX. Okay, that's what the number is on the car. 69159. Okay, and then I'm going to put in a comma and get my other Norfolk Southern car that I have, which of course is in the very bottom, and put in that number, which you can see is a different number, 691435, which is what we would like to have, different car numbers, right? So TTGX, we're going to go 691435. Okay, hit return, gets us another row, which we are now going to put in this the order number, or the what do you call it, the stock number, right? So I'm going to say stock numbers, stock, and this is going to be SXT 11013, comma, and then SXT 11011. Okay, so that's all the data I have to put in. Now if I lent it to somebody, or if I have some other notes that I want to put in here, I can do that. So I can put in a note for this one saying that this is operator series. Okay, again, can't spell. Let's spell check, do some things. Now, I could hit save and that would keep everything, but one of the things that I want to do is I want to take a picture of this. So, just to make this a little bit more confusing for everybody, I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, there's 2 ways to take a picture. You can take a picture from the file. You can, in other words, if you've already taken pictures of it, you can just go pick a picture from your file, or you can take a picture. What we're going to do is take a picture. Okay. Everybody should know now how to take a picture, so I'm just going to go ahead and take the picture. You get it into range. When you get the picture, it is going to show you whether or not you like it, and then you're going to either retake it or you're going to use the photo. So on this one, I'm going to use the photo because it looks like, well, actually it's not, because if you look at the little white lines here, these little white lines, that's all going to be out of it. So that means I need to do something better for it. So I'm going to come up here, retake the photo, get it a little bit higher, and now you can see the little white lines. You can barely see those little white lines. The whole box is going to be in there. So I am going to go ahead and use this photo as my photo to keep. And then you see here, what's cool is when you take it that way, it pops it right up in the top. Now that I've got that, all I have to do is come down here, come down to the bottom, hit the save key, and that will save it. Now, the cool thing is we come out of here, we back up, we'll come down and we'll scroll and we'll scroll, and we'll see that there is a Gunderson, Auto-Rack Gunderson Norfolk Southern. That's what we just put in. So it's really nice, especially when you're doing things like this, because you can put things in as you buy new stuff into your inventory. And if you ever do a cleanup, you can do the cleanup then. All right, now, one of the other neat things that you can do with this, come over here, you can see that there's home, categories, all items. We already went all over that, but there's this thing down here that says edit account. Okay, so underneath the edit account section, which is used by your email, there's two things. You can see delete account, which you can delete your entire account, or you can hit this button that says generate backup. When you hit this generate backup button, what it will do is it will back up the entire database that you just created, and it will send an email to the email address that you have on this account. Okay, and you can open that up in Excel. So now you've got an entire accounting of everything that you guys have, and because you put in the price, you put in the other information and all that, you can actually tally up what the prices are, what the costs are, and all that kind of stuff, and it's all in one place. So it's really, really nice and handy. Okay, I'm not going to show you guys how to do that, but it's going to be there. But it makes it really simple to do a lot of different things. So let me just show you real quick. If we go to, I'm going to go to the App Store for you real quick. There's a couple of different apps that are on here, I believe. So I know you guys know how to go to the App Store. If you put in, do a search, there's a couple of things that you can put in. You can put in inventory or anything like that. But I put in, I believe, railroad inventory in my search field. No, didn't spell inventory right. But there you have it. So you can see that there's a PDF scanner, and then there's model railroad inventory under utilities, and you can just upload that. There's also this one that I haven't done, which is a paid one, which is model train collectors. But it looks like it's a shopping type thing. I don't know what that is. It's not free. The Woodland Scenics one is free, and you can just drop it in. It's been working well for me. I understand it. It makes it easy. It doesn't take much to go to it, and you have a big listing of all your stuff. So if you ever have a problem with your trains or something like that, like I said, an unfortunate event, you can take this to the insurance company and say, look, here it is. This is what I paid for everything. This is the whole thing. Here's pictures of everything that I need and all that kind of stuff. You may not be able to get total replacement costs and all that, but as you guys have seen on some of the videos, I guess, you know, at least there's a start to get back to it. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys that. I hope that's some useful information and that you guys might want to use this, especially you newer people. New people, it's real easy to do this. The other thing that it's cool about, it's an app. It sits on your phone. I have this on my iPad and I have it on my phone. When I go to my local hobby shop, I can pull up this app and I can find out exactly what road number cars that I have so that I don't duplicate them. Or I don't buy an ice house for the 4th time because I haven't built it, but I want to build a house and I didn't know that I had it. Or, oh, this is the house that I want, or something like that. It makes it a little bit easier for you, and it's great because it's on the go and it's portable. All right, I hope this was informative to you guys and you find some usefulness for it. Okay, this is Steve 87th. If you like this video, go ahead and make a comment, give me a like and all that kind of stuff. If you like my series and all that kind of stuff, please subscribe to my channel. All right, Model Railroaders, have a good day.